Hello, and welcome to Showcasing Programming Fundamentals Using Simple Real-World Objects. My name is Sam Perillo, and I'm very excited to guide you through the process. Most people think coding is just green text falling down a black screen, just like the Matrix. But in reality, it's a set of instructions, no different than a cooking recipe or a Lego manual. Now, for most of this demonstration, I will be showcasing code segments in the Python programming language, which is famously used by many programmers for its similarity to the actual English language. Let's start by explaining variables. Now, this is a box, and this has my favorite food. However, as you can see, there's nothing inside this box. This is a variable. Variables allows programmers to store data with a fancy name. The cool thing about variables is that you can easily change the data associated. So, let's say my favorite food is popcorn. Once I put in here that my favorite food is popcorn, this automatically associates with popcorn. Now, the cool thing about variables is that programmers can easily interchange them. So, for example, let's say popcorn is no longer my favorite food, except it's now a wafer. If I just put it right here, that's the new favorite food for Sam Perillo. Now, let's compare that to actually writing code. This is the code segment. It's the same thing, just written. Now, we talked about variables storing data, but what is data in programming? Now, this is an integer. You might know it as a regular dollar bill. However, in a computer, it is stored as a number. For example, this is the value of $1. And now, this is a string. Looks like a regular set of not. However, a string in a computer represents text. Computers are very picky. They need to know exactly what kind of data they are handling. You can't add a string with an integer. That's just not how it works. In programming, we separate whole integers from text, so the computer doesn't get confused when trying to do the math. Now, we talked about the data and variables. However, how do computers actually handle these data? Computers use something called if-then logic. For example, think of this light bulb. When this light bulb turns on, think of it as a true statement. It's true, it's on. Now, when this light bulb is off, think of it as a false statement. This is called a Boolean. Boolean are true-false statements that allow programmers to create decisions in a computer. So think about every single mobile app that you use today. Every single one of them uses a if-else logic. Now, I'd like to now transition your attention to this shampoo bottle. Have you actually read the instructions on the shampoo bottle? They usually say, lather, rinse, repeat. In programming, this is called a loop. Instead of writing the same line of code 100 times, we tell the computer to repeat a task until a condition is met. Like your hair finally being clean. It's the ultimate way to save time and energy. Finally, we have functions. Think of a toaster as a black box of code. You don't need to know how the internal wiring of the heating coils actually work. You just need to provide an input, bread, and the function gives you an output, toast. Now, we use functions so we can reuse complex logic over and over by pushing the lever down. According to Bell Computers, using unplugged activities such as physical objects allows students to engage with real computer science, using algorithms and data structures through kinesthetic experiences. This method helps beginners build a mental model of how a computer thinks before they even touch a keyboard. Thank you for letting me engage into a deep dive into the basic of programming fundamentals using real-world objects. And I hope you have learned some valuable skills that will get you starting programming today. Thank you.